Hello.
Hello.
May nagtanong na ba kung ano yung pinag-uusapan natin?
Ito tanong ko sa mga ano. Kung naririnig nyo ako, sagutin nyo nga to. Kamusta po Pecha de Peligro nyo?
Is it already?
No. It's just me messing around with the people hating on my posts.
Okay, yeah. So this morning, come on. Good evening guys. Sa comments natin.
Hello.
Bruce,
Magandang gabi.
D-Prime, Glendale.
Si Anton, nandyan din. Huwag nyo kakalimutan yun.
Anton,
What's up?
The next viewing party, whatever that is.
Nandun ba siya? Nandun ba siya no SummerSlam, si Anton?
Wala nga eh. Wala.
Wala.
Yan,
Wala siya
kaya
ng
sabi
Sunday.
niya nga.
I watched it on Monday.
Yeah.
Si D-Prime ba na-meet na natin?
Yeah.
Meron na, di
Yeah.
ba? Si Anton na lang.
Shows.
Siya na lang pala yung di pa natin na-meet dito sa mga regulars maaga.
I think
Prime is at all the shows.
I think he was at a Dexcon show. I think that's where
Right.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He attends as much show as he can. So.
Very good. Anton, buti bumenta sa'yo. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Taga-Antipolo daw si Anton. Very hard not to commute at 4 in the morning.
Mahirap talaga.
Yeah.
Sure.
And for
What up,
him
John?
to make
Hey,
the
John.
6 a.m. show, what up, John? Kailangan gumising na siya ng 3 a.m. para lang bumaba ng Antipolo.
Yeah, it's true.
Mahirap nga,
Jack-
mahirap.
Kind of on grab from Antipolo to BGC.
Sabi ni Jasper, who's also from Rizal things.
Yeah.
Oo.
Nakaka-relate daw siya. Yeah.
Just from magkano grab from Rizal to BGC?
600 plus. Wow.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Price, but that's like rainy day rush hour prices, so I'm not.
Shit.
Pero yan, regular lang yan. Pag umulan,
Yeah,
di expect mo dumoble, di ba?
Oh.
Exactly.
Uy, thanks pala Bruce for showing love for the Goyo Larrazabal episode.
Hey.
Please
That
check it
was
out. Please check it out,
That was a
Outcasts.
great episode. Yeah.
Pag umulan, nasa 900 plus.
Oh my God.
God damn.
Damn.
Sorry for your loss.
Pero minsan, no choice ka na rin eh. May mga ganyan talaga eh.
Thank you, Pelepens. Bulok kasi yung transpo natin eh.
Yeah.
May 2 minutes pa tayo. Ito, Emil, serious question na. Hindi pa ako nakakapunta Naga. May grab ba sa Naga?
No.
Wala. Okay.
Walang Grab.
Even
walang
Grab food?
Angkas. Grab food, yes. But Grab na
Yun.
transpo, wala.
Grab tao, wala.
Angkas. May angkas ba? Wala.
Wala. No. That's not a thing
Wow.
in Naga. Yeah.
Wow.
Taken off in the
No,
provinces.
Because the public transport actually is decent. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
so I
can-
know. So
I can get by the city by just commuting. And makatipid ako.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Salamat, Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Kahit yung
sa,
pinaka...
kasi, sa Laguna we have Angkas, but I don't hear about people using Angkas kasi you can just get by using a jeep.
tama, yeah, that's true. Wala namang ano eh. Except that one time na inangkas ko mula Laguna hanggang San Juan, which is very dumb of me.
Sheesh. What up, Christian? Nice to see you from nung event.
Yeah,
15
Christian,
seconds.
what's up, brother?
Hello.
Please hit my music and yeet.
My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
This is Lola Vice. I love you so much.
They love my Latina heat.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
You are CM Punk.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy daddy. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Chino Liao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
On our Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
You are watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Stan C, Romoran, Chino Liao, and Emil Nate all together for our weekly Thursday live stream. Thank you for joining us at our regular weekly watering hole. Dami na natin pag-uusapan. Once again, medyo late lang yung weekend reacts natin because as Ro and Emil talked about on the episode, sobrang daming ganap. Sobrang pagod din tayong lahat. Yung mga katawang lupa natin bumabawi pa. Nagre-recover pa lang tayo from the week that was, me especially, 5 straight days of working for WWE is no joke. So I hope that kayong mga nanood ng live or however you did watch SmackDown, SummerSlam, Raw, NXT, sana nakapag-recover na yung mga katawang lupa nyo.
Yeah, dude. So it's such a grind, especially for Stan, but mostly for the other two here. Kasi ako, nung Monday lang nagpakita. Tulog ako buong araw eh. So what more everybody else that did the 2-day SummerSlam thing, diba?
Yeah. No, I could barely get through the shows actually, the PLEs kasi nung Sunday I was kind of okay pa, but nung Monday I was kind of getting knocked out during the show itself, so I had to watch some stuff back after the show, like after when I got home. So I would not wish it on local fans here. It's just that bad. That meme I posted about Southeast Asia fans getting up at like 4 a.m. just to watch a 6 a.m. show. Like I get why they did that kasi yun nga, nakatulong siya when sa mga tao dun sa New Jersey about how they
East
got
Coast,
home. Yeah, it was good, but syempre it is a bitch for everyone else, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
First time ko nakita si Ro na nakatulog sa isang viewing.
Yeah, dude.
He was
yeah, no, legit.
Wow.
No,
Day two.
Wow,
He's right.
You calling him out, Emil? Wow.
No. I'm not ashamed of it because one, I am medicated, so I do need to sleep, and that is way before my usual wake up time. So I'm really, really low on sleep. So I knew naman that I could watch it back after, but
that's okay. The show was way too early talaga. 6 a.m. man. Yeah. It was something different.
No, but thank you to everybody that came to the show, especially yung mga pumasok pa after. May narinig ako, papasok pa daw sila after eh. So they siguro tayo na dragging na yan ng after ng lunchtime pa lang. So thank you for coming out and supporting, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I wanna shout out my friend from Naga, Bing, who came all the way. May lakad talaga siya sa Manila, but I forced him to join.
I mean, may lakad siya sa Manila.
Yeah, he watched a concert nung Friday night.
Just say he came for the show. He came for the event.
Just say he came for you, Emil. God damn it!
He's,
That's not how you put somebody over.
He's
Kaya wala
he's a friend
nagpapabook
of
sa'yo, Emil eh.
he's I want to shout him out. Big shout out to you. Thank you for coming and I enjoyed the experience, and also to everyone who joined us ng weekend to gumising din ng maaga to watch SummerSlam with us.
Tsaka yung winner nung WrestleMania prize pack. Magparamdam ka na,
By the way, if you're
please.
listening to this, Kyle Paul, please send us a PM. But shout out kay Bing, kasi Bing is also a regular pasabay customer. And it's glad to know that he supports us all the way from Naga.
Maraming salamat. Right, let's put over some stuff before we get to the wrestling talk. Emil, you know what to do.
All right, so if you want to support the podcast, there are two ways. It's Patreon and Gank. The links are patreon.com/wrestling podcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod for as low as $5. We get the Discord, Discord server. The Discord community is always fun. The and also you get first dibs to everything. First dibs to pag may pasabay kami, may mga events, all that and more. And it's also a way to support the podcast. Going strong for the last 11 years. So it's only $5. And again, you can join us through Patreon and Gank through patreon.com/wrestling podcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod.
All right. And how about that Converge Netflix deal that you're on?
All right. So, Conversions always bring the best, best experience when it comes to watching content. And, last week, kaka-release ng WWE Unreal. So, kahit walang VPN, guys, you could access that. You could watch that. And you could, again, experience that at its finest through the Converge Netflix bundle. There tatlong tiers, no? Sa bundles, you got the $17.98, the $9.98, and $22.98. And you could subscribe or upgrade your Converge subscription through the Converge customer service email and hotline. Or kung merong Converge office sa lugar nyo, you could go ahead, you could go to your local offices and sila na mag-aasikaso sa inyo. So sobrang sulit. You could also watch your WWE Weeklies on Blast TV, which is also free if you subscribe to Converge. So again, Converge number 1.
Sabi ni Emil, sila mag-aasikaso sa inyo. Kala ko papaligpit mo sila eh. Grabe ka naman, Emil Nate. Nagpapaligpit ka na pala ng tao.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Sure. All right, let's start with people who actually hurt people, the Hurt Syndicate. And let's talk about some stuff that actually extends outside the ring. So, meron mga report na lumabas from Fightful this week that there was a pitch daw that they were gonna lose the AEW Tag Team Championship to FTR, pero tinurn down daw nila kasi gusto raw nila mas batang team yung mga katalo sa kanila. There was also another report na MVP reportedly doesn't like Speedball Mike Bailey. And then another report suggested na yung frustration from the locker room is that he Syndicate, but they do cool moves. They beat up everyone, and then ang high five pa sila on their way out. So in response to yung supposed beef between MVP and Speedball Mike Bailey, they actually poked fun at the rumors and they posted a vignette on their social media accounts to address this. So what do you make of all of this hullabaloo?
I think it was just a slow news day for Fightful or whoever.
Wait lang.
reported this.
Ikaw naglagay nito eh.
Yeah, it is. That's why we're talking. That's why I want to talk about this kasi sobrang
Important sa Fightful di ba? Unless may bagong trabaho sa Emil na hindi natin alam.
No, it's the whole MVP doesn't like Speedball. That might be just may mga hindi na siguro trip ni MVP yung personality ni Speedball, but that doesn't mean that he hates the guy.
They did a video, so I find that I find that not true. I mean, I don't think Fightful is wrong. I think the guy that fed them the news is wrong.
Siguro probably. Although there's a valid criticism when it comes to them being heels. I think the major thing that we could point out here is they're the heels but they do cool moves, no? Because I think that's a valid criticism then when it comes to the Hurt Syndicate. I mean, I think Ro pointed it out already before. They're out here, they're heels, but parang sumasabay sila sa cheers ng mga tao. Parang at this point, they should be a babyface tag team already, which we're kind of seeing on TV in the last couple of weeks, diba? With them kicking out MJF and them teaming up or aligning themselves with Cope. So I think nagmamanifest na yung frustrations na yun, and maybe they're doing right by the Hurt Syndicate by actually turning them into, kung hindi babyfaces, at least anti-heroes.
It's just a little weird for
Yeah.
us to start talking about yung rumors and innuendo about a team, especially when wala namang booking implications tong pinag-uusapan natin, di ba? Like, nobody got fired because they didn't like the other guy, di ba? Wala naman ng stiff or ng injured, di ba? Wala namang backstage. Di ba? It's not like we're talking about brawl out here, right? We're just talking about a group of guys who don't like each other. Okay, go.
I disagree that there weren't any booking implications. They were talking about dropping the tag team championships, and they specifically said no. Because they wanted to drop it to younger teams, but then the rumors also said MVP didn't like Mike Bailey, so jet speed is out of the question. So yun yung booking implications noon.
Which they poked fun of, which they poked fun at.
Yeah.
Diba? That rumor is on faulty legs. Ang sa akin lang is, if we're going to talk about something, sana may like actionable intel tayo na, kaya pala nangyari yun kasi ito pala yung nangyari backstage. You know what I mean? Like brawl out. When brawl out happened, that was really worth talking about. Kasi, diba, even if it was a backstage incident, it had repercussions on screen and in the larger booking picture. Diba? So, I don't know. It's just a little weird for me to be saying, nag-aaway sila sa backstage. So, let's speculate about it.
No, it's funny because they actually did acknowledge the rumors in public. So it's not just a thing, it was relegated to an inside joke if you read Fightful, if you read dirt sheets, and if you don't, then you don't know. They acknowledged it and they put it publicly. They made it public. So I feel like hindi naman siya super out of the question, and because it means that they gave weight to what Fightful was reporting, and they decided to feel the need to at least make it look like, if there is real beef, that they made it look like they squashed that beef. But yung rumor about, or the rumors about the frustrations about the Hurt Syndicate's booking, I don't think, going back to that, I don't think it was a matter of the moves being cool that got him over. I think it was because, one, the theme song is pretty catchy.
Yes.
And two, they look like legit stars compared to a lot of other guys in AEW. Not to say that, maraming hindi mukhang star, pero syempre you look like Bobby, you look like Shelton, and you are looking pretty cool, diba? They do come from the WWE mold of looking like superheroes, which a lot of fans love to remind other, not as physically gifted wrestlers about all the time. But yeah, I don't think it's because they were doing these cool things. I think it was because they were naturally, organically designed to be over already. And you're right. I do feel that dapat nga ginawa na lang nilang face, or they should have been turned face a long time ago. And I think the association with Cope and attacking FTR was a part of that.
When I look at the Hurt Syndicate, it's great, Ro, that you mentioned yung catchy theme song, diba? Kasi I wanna compare and contrast with Mercedes, who also has a sort of catchy theme song, at least with the CEO hook, that people chant along with, diba? But Mercedes kind of makes up for it by being so grating and annoying as a character na maiinis ka pa rin sa kanya, whereas the Hurt Syndicate, they're just all aura. It's fun to chant, we hurt people, and their aura is so strong na you can't really hate them unless they, I don't know, kick a puppy or something, which I hope that they don't do, diba? So it's so different Like the Hurt Syndicate hasn't done anything to make them grating. The one thing they could have done, which was incorporate MJF, tinalikuran pa nila. They kicked MJF out. So all the more na parang, their aura is even better.
to understand why they had to kick MJF out. Because it really was playing into the confusion of what the crowd was supposed to feel about the Hurt Syndicate. Lalo na they were kind of established now as baby faces who weren't de facto baby faces on paper. And then they added the annoying MJF, diba? And so hindi mo sure kung ano dapat gusto na mangyari doon. Like, was MJF gonna turn face because he joined the cool faction in the Hurt Syndicate, or was Hurt Syndicate gonna follow MJF's lead and turn back heel, diba? Because MVP isn't annoying to listen to. He's not, hindi siya kupal eh. Like, kupal siya, pero hindi siya nakakainis, diba?
Cool siya eh. Cool si MVP eh.
Yeah, so that is, I understand, I kind of understand why they decided to kick MJF out of the group.
Di ba, pero parang mas nakakalito yun? Like, if your point here is to make them heel, then why would you kick the most detestable person out of your...
Kasi they were now leaning into turning them face. That's why the whole thing was wrong.
So, yun yung problema din. Kasi, ginulo lang nila, for me, ginulo lang nila lalo yung alignment ng Hurt Syndicate.
No, I'm with you.
Diba? Parang kasi, nag-start sila as heels, tapos nakita na hindi nag-work. So, they made them face by kicking out the one guy who's the wrong heat. So now nag-decide na sila, heel pa rin kami pero hindi. Pero tweener kami pero oo. Diba? Parang, so, it's like, it's a little murky at this point.
Corrected by kicking MJF out talaga. And now they're declaring na, okay, and because they did the thing for Cope, diba? So now I think the subtext here is that they are leaning into being faces, or at least leaning into being liked by the crowd.
All right, sticking to AEW here, let's talk about the kidnapping of Wheeler Yuta. So Darby Allin interfered during the Mox versus Speedball Mike Bailey match. Came out from ringside, drugged Wheeler Yuta with what I can only assume was a chloroform rag, and then stapled a note that said Forbidden Door on Wheeler Yuta's forehead while he was inside a freaking body bag, all to issue a challenge for Forbidden Door. In a vacuum, all those things are heelish, but Darby Allin is the good guy here.
Di ba ginawa din niya kay Mox yan when before he tried to throw Mox off the what do you call his fire escape?
That's right, the body bag.
Right?
He's a train tracks. Itapapatapon niya sana si Mox sa train.
He also did a thing with the rag. So it's like,
I mean,
turn for Darby.
Kasi if you look at how the story went with Darby and the Death Riders, diba? Yung Death Riders yung unang gumawa ng mga ganun na bagay when they put that plastic bag over Danielson's head. So parang nagre-retaliate lang dito si Darby Allin, and this is a continuation of that. I get why he did that though. Nung yung segment kanina nung Dynamite. It was clearly to send a message na Darby is ain't one to fuck with.
I thought it was hilarious. Yes, obviously, in a vacuum, it's heelish. Pero syempre, it's one of those things. If you believe that Batman should have killed the Joker instead of sending him to jail, then that's the character for you. Darby is the character for you. But it is funny because clearly they are all targeting Wheeler Yuta to turn him against the group.
Parang si Wheeler yung nagiging girl in the fridge. They're fridging Wheeler Yuta at this point.
No, hindi naman girl in the fridge kasi obviously the long game here is for them, for Wheeler to.
I mean, yes, he's a little bit more of an active person.
Exactly. Hindi naman siya na-eliminate from the equation.
Pero parang siya yung nagiging
sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, sacrificial lamb. Diba? It is,
see it as a sacrificial lamb. I think it's more of them parang reversing the villain trend, diba? Bad things happen to you, so you become the villain. So bad things happen to the villain, and then the villain doesn't get his friends saving him, so he turns back into a hero.
No, the way I see it is they go after the weakest link, and they all see Yuta as the weakest link.
Diba? Diba? It happened to him before he joined the Death Riders, diba?
Oh,
the same thing with Wheeler Yuta. And it's like, parang siya yung pinakakawawang tao sa wrestling.
I mean, Hangman did the same thing to Wheeler Yuta weeks ago, right?
Exactly. Kaya nga siya yung pinakakawawang tao sa wrestling.
yung
They're all trying.
Hangman bloodied him. Yeah.
They're all trying to show Yuta na your Death Rider friends aren't really your friends, diba? So
Wala silang pake sa'yo.
So leave the Death Riders. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna be a good guy after he leaves the Death Riders.
Say what's up to Joseph here in the comments. Thanks for
What
joining
up,
us.
Joseph?
Bud. Hello.
What up, man?
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about some outside the ring stuff, including that new WWE and ESPN deal, which was announced just a few hours ago. But first, a brand new Rowan ASH dance break.
Mahal ko, pagkat saan ka man naroon, pintig ng puso ko'y para sa'yo. Naghihirap man ang aking damdamin, nagmamahal pa rin sa'yo, giliw. Libutin man kita'y di ko magawa, hindi pa rin ako nagbabago.
Naka-slow motion pa talaga si Rowan sa dance break. I need an edit. I need an edit where it's in black and white. Tapos para magsa-stop pa siya mid. Oh boy. Having way too much fun here.
Yeah.
That boy did that dance at 1:30 in the morning. Don't ask why.
Pasikatin din natin yan. All right.
Bumalik.
Let's talk about this WWE and ESPN deal, which was announced a few hours ago as we're recording here tonight. The deal is basically for American viewers. So WWE PLEs are moving to the soon-to-launch streaming outlet of ESPN starting next year, 2026, as part of a 5-year deal, making the streaming outlet yung exclusive US broadcaster ng WWE. So for us here in the Philippines, we're not affected. Again, we're not affected. This doesn't concern us. We don't need to pay extra for ESPN and its app. But apparently, if you look at the ComSec, wrestling fans from the US are already angry because this ESPN app is reportedly expensive, especially if you compare it to how much the WWE Network and Peacock cost.
I wouldn't know. Yeah. No, it's a mess. So I'm assuming PLEs are leaving Peacock. Yes.
I guess.
Probably.
Di ko rin alam. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, so it's a huge mess. The business is terrible at this point for the US audience. Kasi yun nga, they're gonna have to pay Netflix, they're gonna have to pay cable, they're gonna pay ESPN, however that costs. So yung yun nga, the calculations by some, I saw this online as some person calculated what they were gonna spend. So it's around $140 a month if you want to watch the entirety of WWE programming, the weekly programming and the monthly PLEs. So yeah, it's tough. Like damn, shit.
Yeah, so news came out a while back that Hulu, the streaming service in the US, is actually going to fully merge with Disney Plus, kind of like how we got things here in Asia, in Southeast Asia. So mawawala ni Hulu. So Disney Plus prices in the States are going to go up. This new ESPN app is also going to come out, so it's going to raise prices even more. Bottom line is, lahat ng streaming service natin, whether it's in the US, outside the US, sooner or later, lahat yan magtataas na eh. And your best bet here is to either rely on a bundle, because in America, as far as I know, may bundles sila for both Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. Now that this new streaming service is coming out, baka magbago yung prices, pero I'm pretty sure bundles will still be a thing here para makatipid kayo ng konti kahit paano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fans are hating this in the US kasi ESPN is on a roll lately with taking over things, diba? Kasi they just, as far as I know, they just took over NFL Red Zone. they took over a bunch of things, and now WWE, they're also taking over starting next year. So, and people like to dunk on ESPN as well. So, pero ano eh, ang dami na nga, ang dami ko nakitang kaninang comments na nagtatanong na if they use VPN ba, they can, bypass this and use other platforms gaya ng Netflix, diba? So, I guess that will be the trend starting next year siguro.
Providers are gonna make a killing now.
Tara, invest na tayo dun. Invest na tayo sa mga VPN companies. Alright. Okay, on to some actual in-ring stuff. Now that the John Cena heel turn or heel run, whatever you want to call it, looks like it actually is over, let's take a step back and look at it. What do you think about the 5 or 6 month process in which we saw John Cena actually become a heel after decades? Na people are saying na, oh, he should turn heel, he should turn heel.
I have
or
thoughts.
actually, sige, go for it.
Sige, Chino, you go ahead.
I did not like how he turned face just through a promo. Kasi siguro we were spoiled for stories at a certain point that face turns and heel turns happen over months, diba? And sometimes even years. So may arc talagang pinagdadaanan. What I saw happening was on SmackDown, John Cena basically turned face, SmackDown before SummerSlam, basically turned face kasi inupakan na siya ni Cody. Diba? And made him sign the contract while he was unconscious or whatever, right? That to me is a stupid reason to turn face. Diba? Yes, he said na respect and all that. But what about the other times na nag-upakan din sila? Diba? Before this actual event happened. Like why was this different from all the other beatdowns that he gave Cody and Cody gave him? Diba? What makes this different? Diba? Why aren't we given why is our collective intelligence insulted just because kailangan face na si John Cena by this point kasi may babalik na kakalabanin siya? Diba? Why couldn't we get a better way for a face turn to happen? Diba? Why is it just kailangan face na siya, so gawin natin inupakan siya ni Cody sobrang lala. Diba? And then that's how it turns face. Like, what the fuck? Like, upakan na sila dati, diba? They faced each other so many times, and yet for some reason this one is supposed to be different. So the whole heel run to me was pretty good. I found it very entertaining. I know a lot of you have opinions about his motives there, but yung motive for him being face after he spent so much time being a heel, that to me was the most confusing part out of this whole run.
Actually, somebody asked me my thoughts. This exact same question after the whole thing happened, and my answer was I didn't think it was a flop. I didn't like Chino. I didn't hate the idea that John Cena was a heel because you're a heel. You're not supposed to be liked, and people still always find they still always want to find a reason to like the people they're not supposed to like. Take that as you will. But I think the only thing that was a flop about this heel run was yung lack of follow-up ni Dwayne The Rock, because for whatever reason he didn't want to show back up after Elimination Chamber. That was the only thing that was wrong with this heel turn. Kasi he set it up and then he never provided the actual foundation for John Cena to deliver the idea, the psychology behind the heel turn, diba? Like Cena was left out there floundering for a reason, to find a reason bakit siya when he was trying to explain himself, bakit siya nag-turn, diba? And he couldn't find a really good one. And also, I know I just said I was looking, people were looking for a reason to like something they shouldn't like, but at the same time, we're also deserving of a reason that makes sense, diba? Like a reason for things that make sense, diba? Like for this, I wanted to know why John Cena sold his soul to The Rock, because that's clearly what happened in the Elimination Chamber, diba? Rock did a thing, and then John did a thing in response to that, So, and then The Rock disappeared, and that was the only thing that was wrong about that. So, yun, I just wish we had the proper context, the proper reasoning, the proper justification as to why John decided to do what he did. I don't think that's finding a reason to like the character or to like what he's doing. I think it's just us finding a reason to make sense of it.
I honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I fucking hated the heel run. I hated it. Kasi there was something sa documentary na tangina ba't di nila ginawa yun? Remember the conversation when conversation between Triple H and The Rock? Hours
that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, the hours before the pay-per-view, and Rock was saying na parang parang yun na yung reason na hinahanap ko eh. The reason of the partnership is because of business. Never once did they say anything about that after the heel turn. Kasi yun nga, The Rock didn't come back for some reason. And the whole toxic relationship with the fans that's a decade too late in my opinion. Kasi by that point when he turned heel, he was beloved by everyone. He was on his farewell tour nga eh. So the whole thing was doomed because The Rock just didn't invest his time in it. When he's a major part of the turn itself and why Cena became a bad guy, because he sold his soul. We never really got an answer to that, and because of that, I hate it. I just hated everything about it. The whole ruin wrestling thing was also, I didn't like it as well. The match that we got at WrestleMania main event, like it was such a bummer that that's how we got it. And Travis Scott was there, but yun nga, nagkaroon din ng falling out. So, them doing that face turn is basically parang recognizing na, hey, this heel run didn't work. Might as well just forget this and then we can move on. So, sobrang sayang lang kasi ang dami sanang pwedeng magawa because this is the first time. This is the first time Cena has been heel since like 2003, but because of things didn't go in a certain way, we didn't get the run that most of us wanted.
When he said that the face turn was terrible, like it was an all-time terrible narrative decision, a terrible creative decision. Because when you turn face, and my reaction to it is what's happening next? What is happening on Sunday? Everyone's reaction is Cody turning heel. Is that why you turn face? Who is coming back? Is The Rock coming back? Then it was a very terrible face turn. You everyone saw right through it. It wasn't a proper character development. It wasn't a proper spot for our character development. It was literally just, okay, we see right through it and see that this is a plot device. So what's happening next?
Yes. Yeah. Tama.
All right, let's take another break, and I know that you want to enjoy another Rowan ASH dance break, so we will give in to that right now. Oops, sorry about that. Wala pala si Rowan nung second dance break, but that's fine.
Sayang eh.
Sa next break
Jasper.
natin, Jasper.
So many surprises, Jasper.
Gusto ko na. Ni-expect ko yung kembot ni Rowan.
Sa next break, lagay ulit natin, Jasper, yung ni Rowan.
All right, let's talk about Brock Lesnar next. So he came back nung SummerSlam, and a lot of people are still giving us their 2 cents about it, whether they really enjoy it or don't enjoy it. Meron din comment si Triple H during the SummerSlam post-show. He actually said that since it's John Cena's farewell tour, he gave in to John Cena's request na he wanted to relive that Brock Lesnar rivalry. And John Cena was quoted naman as saying na they deal him, I'll play him. So what do you think about those comments?
It's ang sagot din ng vague ang pot.
I mean, nakakatawa yung nagpapasahan sila ng ng blame. Like Triple H knew it was a terrible idea. That's why he got rid of the press conference, diba? And then he tried to throw Cena under the bus in a PR way. And then when Cena was asked about it, he kind of threw it back right to management. Diba? So everyone knew that it was a bad idea, so why do the idea in the first place? Obviously we know why they did it, because syempre a big part of the fan base enjoyed that shit. Like they cheered for that, and if you go on social media and see all the reactions, parang mas nananaig yung pagka-excite nila for Brock. Yeah, it's funny. Just fucking own it. Own it if you have to. Just stop passing around the blame.
I get why people are angered by it, and I get the backlash that it receives. Pero at the same time, I also don't want to taint Cena's last run here. Kasi ang dami ng mali. We just spent like 15 minutes talking about how his heel turn was unsuccessful, diba? If the whole play here is to give us John Cena's greatest hits, and obviously, hindi pwede isama si Edge dyan sa lineup na yan. And you might as well just give us Brock, right? Because that's the next best thing at this point. Yeah, I understand it's not the most tasteful of choices nowadays. But it is John Cena's last time. So hopefully, it's also Brock Lesnar's last time.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Jasper kanina about this. Is that the only like positive thing I could take away from this is that if Brock only returns for this program and he fucks off again after this, okay, he just bumalik lang siya because Cena requested him or somebody else requested him. But it's weird how Triple H was saying that kasi remember when R-Truth came back, parang he tried to own it we give it, I'm just giving the fans what they want. But here
that makes it even funnier.
But here he says that we did this because John Cena wanted it. Like tama si bro, just somebody just fucking owned it kasi nangyari na din eh. It's just weird how he handled it. Like it's very un-Triple H.
I would argue that it's very Triple H.
History of what he said, no Archer.
Yeah, I would argue it's very Triple H. I know I'm speaking for myself only, but history will show na may pagka-petty din sa Triple H. So I totally understand kung bakit, from a PR standpoint, ganun siya mag-isip. It's pretty fucked up. But hey, the man is where he's at because of the things he does.
All right, shots fired from Chino Liao. On an unrelated note, let's give a shout out to one of our kapodcasts, Showbiz Bro, Makoy Pare, here in the comment section.
Oy, belated happy birthday kay Makoy.
Oy, belated happy birthday. Hanapin natin yung mga nag-hack ng Facebook niya para mabawiin siya ulit ng Facebook account. Hope to see you tomorrow, Makoy. Okay, let's talk about some highlights from Monday Night Raw, and we're gonna start with the name of Seth Rollins' group. So they are now The Vision. So binanggit to ni Rollins during the show opening promo, and The Vision had a very busy night. They took Roman Reigns out with 3 tsunamis, and they have also been simultaneously feuding with LA Knight and CM Punk.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Fucking what a whimper of an ending. After nila pag-antayin-tayin ng ilang buwan for that name. Ang dami pa nilang sinabi. First of all, it's not just this week on Raw, but in other weeks on Raw when Seth would do a promo, he'd say things like the foundation or the future or the kingdom. Like those were pretty badass names. And then what do we get? We get the Vision, which is, by the way, Vanessa Bourne's nickname when she was on NXT. So that's a callback for you.
3 months ba nilang pinag-isipan yan?
Why do you hate the word Vision? Because I don't particularly feel any sort of way about it. I just get that it's a tie-in to Seth's nickname, the Visionary.
That's it.
I'll go Emil, sige.
Yeah, kasi they had 3 months to think about a name for this faction, and that's all they could come up with. It's Yung Oracle, matanggap ko pa yun kung yun yung pangalan ng grupo nila eh. But the Vision, come on.
It's
Be named the
not.
Oracle. What?
Huh? No, you can't be named the Oracle, first of all. Because
Yeah,
an
exactly.
Oracle
Why would the entire
is
group be named the
yeah,
Oracle?
exactly. At
Alright, fair, right.
this my point is this. If they wanted to tie everything into Rollins and Heyman, that's fine. But for lack of a better term, the angas factor wasn't all there when they dropped the name. Diba? Parang it's a pretty much blink and you miss it type of moment. Diba? See, somebody posted it on our page. I don't know who did that meme na parang was it the Vision? What did they say, chat? Yung ganong caption. So it's pretty much as underwhelming can get as far as name factions are concerned. Kasi wala man lang silang entrance, wala man lang pyro, wala man lang merch, diba? Like, where's all the pomp and circumstance that comes with a new name? Right? Maybe we get it on next week's Raw, but to me, they should have done it on this week's Raw.
Okay, so comment sa chat. I like this question. What are your feelings now that Roman has given into his goofy side again and is eating with Jay?
Oh, I just love it. I love it. I mean, it's parang secured na for me, parang secure na si Roman with who he is as a character, as a babyface. Kasi dati everything that Roman does, people boo it, people hate it. But now, he can do what he wants, and people will just love him for it. I don't mind it.
He's a face, diba? Lalo naman hindi siya mag-geek. He'd look pretty stupid if he does it.
Eat na si Roman pero hindi pa rin siya nagsasorry.
Hindi pa siya nag-apologize. Yeah.
hindi pa raw ba enough yung sinanggan niya yung spear?
Oh, probably that was it. Yeah. Siguro yun na
people need to hear so yun yung love language niya.
Service.
Acts of service.
That's right.
Hindi siya words.
Tsaka quality time, magta-tag team kayo, di ba? Quality time daw yun. Yun yung love language ng tribal chief. Oh, di ba?
Less words.
Yeah, but yeah, I also enjoy the eating from Roman. Like, I think he earned the right na rin to go back to his goofy self that the people were rejecting back in the 2010s. Like after he had to farm all this aura as a tribal chief before people would enjoy him as the OTC, as the cousin again. Diba?
What do you guys think of the Vision seemingly fighting all of these wars on multiple fronts?
War games. It'll lead to war games.
Yeah, there's that, but it also makes sense because finally, no one story happens in a vacuum.
Yeah, it doubles down on yung Triple H concept of this is a multiverse and therefore there are side quests that happen here. So tama lang din na tahi-tahi siya, diba? Also, yes, war games, diba? Might be a little premature kasi yung face side for me is a little incomplete, but. Yeah, this is a definite contender for that match.
Ano yun? 4-on-4? Papapasok mo sa War Game si Paul Heyman?
Yeah, so siyempre may dadagdag ka pa na isa, diba?
Yeah, dadagdag pa yan.
Again, a little incomplete for both sides. Diba?
All right.
Sino yung kabila, diba? LA Knight, CM Punk.
Sure.
Diba? J. Rowan.
All right, let's talk about the women now. And that face-off between Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella, which apparently caused so much smoke that even my friends, the casual wrestling fans or lapsed wrestling fans, were messaging me about it. Like, oh my God, she did not go there. Like, okay. It's pretty funny to me na of all of the things that went viral in this week in wrestling, yung mga casual fan friends ko, yung Becky Lynch line about John Cena, yun yung tumatak sa kanila. And that's what they messaged me. So what do you guys think about this new feud that's developed in the Women's Intercontinental Championship scene?
They brought the heat agad with that promo. That was it. That was the thing that they need to do to make this go. Sinabi mo nga, Stan, to go viral, and they did it. They went there.
okay, ang dami kong problema dito sa promo. First of all,
Okay, sige,
I
sige.
will say that I like Becky's new music. Becky don't give a
Oh yeah.
fuck if you call her Becky Hogan. She doubled down on that music with the red and gold. And lumalabas na siya. Diba? Parang just like, fuck you, I don't care. Diba? Right? So that's fine. And she's a heel. That's what she's supposed to do. But the fact that she did that little jab at Nikki Bella, who doesn't make a good face, by the way, kasi parang hindi siya sympathetic at this point for me. She's still playing like the same Bella na yeah, I'm hot and I know it. Diba? So parang for her to do that to Nikki Bella, it if anything, just put Becky over a little bit more. Diba? Because people are talking about it because they like what they heard. Oh, chismis to, diba? It's is this a cultural reference? I can't believe Becky went there. What a badass. Diba? That's not what you're supposed to do as a heel, right? We just talked about this. Heels are supposed to get heat. How is she going to get heat when people are cheering for her?
Fucking nailed it. He nailed all of what I was gonna say. We complained at the start of this. We complained at the start of this episode. Now the Hurt Syndicate was trying to get over, or was naturally over as faces, while trying to be written as heels. This is the exact same problem, and now they're doing it deliberately with Becky. Like, I don't know what universe Triple H's creative team lives in, but despite my own feelings for Nikki, nobody likes Nikki. People hate the Bellas. I'm not saying that as my personal feelings. I love Nikki, but people don't like her. People don't like Brie. People don't like Nikki. They don't like the Bellas. And then you go up and put her as the face against fucking Becky, who up until this point was being accused of being Becky Hogan, and now you put Becky in a position to be enjoyed by the people because one, she's much better than Nikki, and two, she did the thing that she said the thing that got her over as yet another viral moment. So, what the hell? I understand they're trying to make Nikki work again as a wrestler, and I appreciate the effort she's trying to put in as a wrestler, as a full-time wrestler apparently. But who did Nikki piss off? Is this also part of John Cena's retirement tour? Is this also? I mean,
oh my God.
Sino inaway ni Nikki in creative to be getting this treatment? You know what I'm saying? Why? Who did she piss off?
Love it.
So yeah, I feel terrible for Nikki is what I'm saying. Kasi this is not the right spot for her, specifically her as a babyface in particular. Diba? Like, why are we doing this to her?
Okay, so sino gusto mo kalaban ni Becky now that she's dispatched of Lyra?
Anyone else? I could go for the Bailey story again, even though they're doing the Bailey Lyra thing. But there are so many other choices if you wanted to get Becky over as a heel. Like, for all I care, do Rhea or Io in the Intercontinental Championship scene. Do that. That would have firmly established Becky as a heel against, two popular faces of women's side. You know what I'm saying? Not Nikki Bella. Nobody likes Nikki Bella, unfortunately.
Oh, ikaw, Emil, may may thoughts ka ba, or sinabi na lahat ni na Rowan Chino?
I think Rowan Chino pretty much said everything. Yeah, I said it was a cool moment, but
wala na, sinabi na pala nila eh. O, tama na.
Yeah, so we can move on.
Okay. Let's go to Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, who had a very dramatic breakup. It was just a 1-minute segment. Literally blink and you miss it if you don't pay attention to Monday Night Raw. But oh my gosh, so many feelings right there, where Lyra basically told Bailey, I don't want you in my life. I'm not your friend.
Damn,
I'm not your enemy. Leave. Get out.
May sapphic coding tong segment na to, and I love it.
Odion teen show.
You know what? I saw this clip kasi I didn't watch Raw live. I saw this clip first when someone made an edit. Yung meme na 90s sitcom like music effect at the end. That's how I saw it. Oh my God, poor Bailey. But
poor Bailey. Siya yung nakialam sa match ni Lyra, dude.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, it's all but. Well, she doesn't have to interfere, but she did. But I think they're going. You know what this story reminds me? This reminds me of the Sasha Bailey story that they did all those years ago. They were on the brinks of, of the friendship being over. But I think this leads to a potential tag team. That's where I see this going. Not now, but like in a few months, siguro.
Turning heel. Kasi siya yung ano eh. Siya yung dehado eh. I mean, throughout the Becky thing, the tag team championship thing, the intercontinental championship thing, she is the one backed against the corner. And then she is in a position to lash out. Unless they're doing the whole story where Lyra realizes the power of friendship and Bailey just meant well, as is the 90s sitcoms do. So,
Ikaw, Gino, what do you think about this? Sorry,
No, go ahead.
No, kasi yes, nagigets ko yung sinasabi ni Ro na Lyra can turn heel. Right? That's a possibility. But I always thought na ito yung moment ni Bailey that she's also going to turn heel kasi she can always justify her actions by saying she meant well. Diba? And double down on the mistakes that she's already committed against Lyra here. Diba? Parang, if that's really where they want this to go, parang, I just wanted the best for Lyra, or I just wanted to help Lyra out, or I am justified in my wrongness here. And that's also a pretty good way for Bailey to turn heel here. That said, it pretty much leaves both of them in the same boat kahit nga, again, ayaw na nila sa isa't isa.
You know what I love about this story? What I love is pwede mo siyang gawan ng post sa Am I the Asshole or Ako Ba Yung Gago? Lalagay mo, I, F28, was friends with my coworker F36. Tapos, iti-describe mo yung nangyari in general terms. Tapos tatanong mo, am I the asshole?
Sasabihin mo, gagawa ng essay ni Prince Umpad.
No, but okay, let me ask you guys this. Let's say hypothetically, Lyra posted this in Ako Ba Yung Gago or Am I the Asshole? Who's the asshole here?
It's Bailey. Siya yung nangyalam eh.
Same.
She didn't have to make it friendship over. I feel like Lyra overreacted here. And if they turn it into a tag team in the future, like down the road, then Lyra is the asshole because she's gonna find her way back to the friendship.
Paano pag hindi?
Lyra is the asshole if she turns heel.
I just noticed as well how ever since Bailey turned face, wala pa siya naging kaibigan on the roster. Which I think it's a small detail that I noticed, no? Na kasi parang she mistreated Damage Control. Na even now that she's a face and a good guy in the script, parang wala pa rin nagtitiwala sa kanya. Wala pa rin siyang naging kaibigan. So I think that's a thing that they will push here with the potential tag team siguro down the line between these two.
Mm-hmm. Or it could just be karma kasi diba Bailey terrorized the roster when she was in Damage Control.
Yes, ganun din. Yeah.
All right. Moving on, let's talk about Los Grande Americanos. There are 3 of them now.
Naging epidemia na yung pagiging Amerikano.
I am genuinely entertained by this because I no longer have any idea where this is going. Like, they're not. First of all, they're not pretending that they're unknowns behind the mask, diba? Under the mask, diba? Kasi we all know that it's Ludwig Kaiser, it's Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, diba? Like that's not hidden from us. Or in the case of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, hindi pa siya nire-reveal sa atin, but it will be revealed to us. Kasi one, Chad Gable has been revealed. Ludwig Kaiser has been pretty much alluded to. But I want this to have some weird, insane payoff that involves someone up top. Like, I feel like there's a reason why this is happening. It's not just one of those random things that Vince used to like to do for kicks.
You know what, I've noticed that the people who end up being El Grande Americano end up wrestling their very best as El Grande Americano. Diba? Parang we got that with Chad, we got that we're getting that with Ludwig now. Not that they were doing chump work kung hindi pa sila luchadors, but dumalabas, parang kasi may freedom na binibigay yung mask diba, sa tao. right? So dun sa wrestlers that they don't have to live up to their original personas as whoever they were. Diba? They don't have to be a bruiserweight. They can just do whatever. They don't have to be Ludwig Kaiser. They can just do whatever. So I'm looking forward to that take from the three of them because these are three very underutilized guys on the main roster here. So at least kahit paano may role na sila, di ba? They give them crumbs and let's see what they can do.
I will agree with bro. I don't know where the story really is heading. Like, sino ba yung kalaban? Who are they feuding at this point? Is it still the LWO? Diba? So, but yeah, I'm very interested to see where this goes. Kahit hindi ko alam kung saan siya papunta. No?
This is just me, but I think this will have repercussions come Triplemania. Because remember, see, El Grande Americano is also part of that mega campeonato.
The Fatal 4-Way.
Fatal 4-Way, right? And and Dominic Mysterio is also part of that Fatal 4-Way. And Dragon Lee is also part of that Fatal 4-Way. So, parang just it's very hard for me to not to believe na lalabas yung dalawang El Grande Americano during Triplemania.
Yeah, I'm also excited for this because it looks like it's a war between the Council of Americanos against Common Sense. I think that's the pinaka feud here, and that's what makes it so much more entertaining for me. Very unfortunate yung injury ni Chad Gable, but I think sending the El Grande Americano storyline off the rails is a nice little blessing in disguise. But I am seeing in the comsec na parang a lot of people are actually upset na, we thought it was supposed to go one way and now it's going this completely different direction altogether.
Yeah, honestly, when the El Grande thing started, I thought it was going to be done by WrestleMania. I thought Chad Gable was gonna get unmasked, and that's where the story ends. But now we're what, like 5 months into this thing, and we have no idea really where this is all going. But it is entertaining. I will say that.
I love it though. I want it to get even crazier. Diba? Maglabas pa sila ng El Grande Americano. Put everybody in a mask. Diba? Let them go wild.
You can't even say it's a MAGA thing anymore because the three new Grande Americanos are fucking white Europeans. So
yeah.
so they don't have skin in the MAGA game, if you will.
Tsaka kung papansinin nyo, they all know that they're El Grande Americano, pero iba-iba yung mask nilang tatlo, which to me is the funniest shit ever. Like, how do you automatically know that the other two guys in tracksuits in different masks are the same guy as the guy who's actually wrestling?
Paano, may papangano sila, El Grande Americano 1, tapos El Grande Americano 2, parang gano'n.
So La Conseja de El Grande Americano or something.
El Grande Americano Rojo, El Grande Americano Azul, diba?
So fun.
I think the saving grace. Sorry. One last thing. I think the saving grace of the gimmick is that they're not wrestling like jokes. About before, when somebody was doing a pretend luchador thing, they would be wrestling like jokes. Like they couldn't do lucha libre style, and now Gable could wrestle lucha style. Kaiser can at least try and do that, and at least be looking competent doing it. So I feel like it's a step in the right direction. That's why I'm not offended by it because they're not being treated like bad wrestlers, if you will.
Yep.
All right, let's take one more dance break. Di ko na alam sinong lilitaw dito. Baka si Jasper mismo yung magpapa-dance break. So let's just get on right with it.
Mahal ko, pagkat saan ka man naroon, pintig ng puso ko'y para sa'yo. Naghihirap man ang aking damdamin, nagmamahal pa rin sa'yo, giliw. Libutin man kita'y di ko magawa, hindi pa rin ako nagbabago.
All right, we don't have a slide for this one, but we gotta mention and put over the Judgment Day, who just cut an entire promo in Spanish to promote their appearance at Triple Mania. So that's happening in less than 2 weeks. Of course, we already mentioned si Dom. Finn and JD have a match of their own as well. And are Raquel and Roxanne competing for yung women's tags ng AAA?
And a separate match with the team that Lola Vice is a part of.
Okay. So yun. So yeah, what do you think about this one? Very impressive that the entire Judgment Day actually gets to go to Mexico for this show.
You can't give full.
Go,
really quickly. You can't give full marks JD to the Irishman because all they really said was muy bien, todo bien, vámonos. So,
mga nanood sila ng Dora nung bata sila.
So it was funny.
Wait, hold up. I gotta stand up for Finn here. His wife is Mexican. Marunong siya mag-Spanish, guys. Right. Jasper, I got you. Finn's wife is Mexican. He knows how to speak Spanish.
Sure. So si JD lang talaga yung no hablo.
No entiende. No. I like how AAA is getting the better end of the deal here than TNA. Kasi makakuha sila ng main roster champions essentially, diba? They're getting the IC champion, they're getting the tag champions. So parang we've complained about how one-sided the TNA and NXT deal is. This is pretty much one-sided for WWE, for AAA, in the way of what they're getting in exchange to what they've been giving WWE. We still haven't gotten Vikingo on the main roster. We still haven't gotten anybody. Pretty much.
Mr. Iguana, nag-smackdown na. Sila ni Psycho Clown.
Yeah, but then, some current champions na binigay is what I'm saying.
All right. If you want to go catch Triple Mania, it will be on WWE's YouTube channel with both English and Spanish commentary. That will be on Sunday morning, August 17. Free yun free, di kailangan ng VPN, live and on demand. Okay, let's cross over to NXT and talk about the greatest North Americans from the best country in North America, Canada. Chelsea Green has aligned with her countryman, her kababayan, Ethan Page. So, binaka pa nila si Ethan Page during that altercation with Tavion Heights. I particularly loved Chelsea Green calling him Tavioff. That was pretty funny.
I like how we're supposed to boo Canada just because they're Canadians. When in the larger global scheme of things, Canada is so much better off than America.
That's what I've been saying.
Right now. Diba? Like, boo kasi Canadian sila. Bakit? Dahil free yung healthcare nila? Bakit? Dahil free yung education nila? Diba?
Like,
bakit? Dahil wala silang tariffs? Diba? Dito ko nakikita yung error ng Attitude Era. Remember how we had diba? Canada versus USA, diba? Heart Foundation and whoever they were facing, DX ulit at a certain point, diba? Regardless, diba? Nung bata ako, USA, Canada sucks. Tapos matanda na ako, nagbabayad ako ng tax pag nagpapabili ako ng gamit sa States, nakikita ko, mas maganda talaga sa Canada mas mura yung shipping so medyo tanga ang hirap mag-cheer.
I pointed that out.
I had a woke realization.
I remember pointing that out when Ethan Page cut that promo weeks ago with when he introduced yung bagong design ng title, is that I found myself agreeing with him. Like, Canada is better. As someone who isn't from the US, for me, kung wala akong idea who's the heel or babyface, I thought Ethan Page would have been the babyface here, because he's right. That's why
you realize.
Now
you do realize that stories like these, characters like these, are designed for the average American viewer to cheer, to ingest about. They hinge on the American viewer to not be woke enough to realize that their country is shit. Their government is shit. Their people are shit.
I mean, natin, Triple H just got what did he get, a medal or something during the weekend from Donald Trump. So alam na natin yung market talaga ng WWE, di ba? And yung alignment na doon sa political landscape. So, but then again, if you're like one of the smart watchers, which I hope a lot of people in the US are, sana mag-gets nyo kung ba't hindi kami makapag-book kay Ethan Page.
And Chelsea Green as well, yeah.
And Chelsea Green as well.
I mean, aside from the fact na tama sila, which Emil mentions, hindi ka ba na-turn off, Emil, na kupal sila? Like, there's a way of saying things, but the way that they're saying it is still rubbing people the wrong way. Does that not rub you the wrong way? Or do you like being spoken to that way?
I wonder though. Why did they move from Ethan Page being vicious when he attacked Javon Evans to this, to whatever this is? Like I like that Ethan Page. I thought that was what he needed. Then he kind of defaulted back into attitude era characterizations of foreigners. Like, why are we going back to this?
Kasi may tariffs na.
Emil, ito yung assignment mo. Taga dyan ka di ba? Writer's room ka Tanong mo yun. Sorry, you were saying I cut you off. Sorry about that.
Na me? Or,
no.
Yeah. Sige. Ro, was it you? Alright. I'm just saying as Stan was asking me it doesn't rub me the wrong way kasi he's not speaking to me as an American he's dissing. So I'm fine with it.
All right. Last couple of bits here. Let's talk about Moose showing up on NXT again this week. And next week, he'll be in an 8-man alongside Obafemi, Javon Evans, and Trick Williams against Dark State. And Dark State actually showed up and attacked all of them. And then, Cutler James also said something kind of sus, which is super funny.
That was so awkward.
Super funny.
Since you brought it up, I'm gonna mention it right now. Today was the only day that I started caring, or yesterday was the only day I started caring about Dark State because Cutler James said that weird shit. That's how inconsequential to me the entire gimmick was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the thing with Dark State. Can we finally get to that point where Trick Williams is revealed to be the leader? Tagal na natin inaantay ito
Ayaw nga nila.
Yeah, I don't even know if we're going there, to be honest. Parang,
that's right.
Parang ang layo na nung kwento diba?
It's so obvious to me, but okay.
They attacked Trick this week. Ano ka ba? They attacked Trick
this week. I also paid attention to that. They did jump Trick Williams, although wala siya masyadong ginawa. But at the same time, I don't think that's where the story is heading anymore. I don't even know what the deal is with these Dark State boys. They just seem to be the agents of chaos for no reason.
No, clearly we know what Cutler James likes.
No, kaya I feel like that's why he said that shit because I feel like he was getting frustrated. Ano ba kami, diba? Like, what is the raison d'être of the Dark State?
This is Retribution 2.0.
Oh, yun that was I was saying about. Yeah, that was I was referring to. Now, this starts to look like Retribution, where it's just endless beat down every week without really any purpose whatsoever. They're not even going after anything, any titles whatsoever. Parang wala lang. Talagang kung trip lang nila mga atake ng someone, they just do it.
Oh, wala silang manifesto, wala silang diba, at least diba yung Shield.
Meron, may manifesto sila when the lights go out and a damn thing safe.
Okay.
That's the manifesto. That's the tagline. Sorry, Ro, you're cutting off.
Sorry, that is not a manifesto.
Yeah.
That is no manifesto at all. No, I feel like what happened here was that the management, they put the group together intending to push them to the moon, and then they realized hindi pa pala sila ready like that, and they dropped the ball on Dark State, and now they're just doing whatever with them.
Yeah, they tried to do the Shield playbook here, but they ain't no Shield guys.
I will say now when Cutler James dropped that line, I was like, how the hell am I gonna translate this? And how the hell am I gonna communicate the awkwardness in Tagalog?
So, sinabi mo?
Sinabi ko na parang nilalampaso namin, napapatuwad pa nga namin eh. Tapos dinagdag ko yung
that was supposed to be your viral moment.
Something like that. All right.
Dapat sinabi mo nasa puwet ka nila.
Puweputan.
may sensors pa tayo, no ba? Hanggang 13 plus na tayo sa Netflix. All right. Last bit here. Lash Legend and Nia Jax have been brawling a lot to the point na they're gonna collide on NXT next week in a match.
Yeah, no, I like this. They got the exact same treatment Sheamus and Rusev got.
Yeah, actually.
Mas mahaba lang yung sapakan ni Nia at ni because that's the whole show. But I like how they're putting Lash Legend up against a main roster talent, an established one at that, and somebody who was a killer on NXT. Probably might mean that ma-call up na tong si Lash Legend sooner rather than later, right? I mean, that's the only way I'm reading this. So I like how I don't know if it's offensive, pero big meaty women slapping me up there with big meaty men slapping me. If you know what I mean.
Napakamot ulo na lang ako tangina.
What else? Diba? Ano tao? Hoss? Mas offensive.
Worse. So I don't think it was bad.
Ito lang masabi ko. No bread, no water, just meat. I'm looking forward to this. It's two big hosses coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Lash Legend, so I feel like this is a fun story for her.
Mm-hmm. I just gotta say, I love working NXT kasi the NXT crowd, for all of their quirks, nakakagago sila. Like, before Hulk Hogan passed away, whenever Booker T would come out, they would play Booker T's music. He would make his walk from backstage from Gorilla. They used to chant, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. Now that wala na si Hogan, they changed the chant to Stephanie, come back, Stephanie, come back, I love it so much, and I hate na kami lang na nag-work ng show, kami lang yung nakakakita nito kasi sobrang nakakatawa siya.
They did that same thing, or yung audience in the know did that same thing nung Stand and Deliver, right? When Burton was making his commentator entrance, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah. So yun lang, I just needed to shout out the NXT crowd because when they hit, they really do hit. Nakakatawa talaga sila, So yeah. All right, that brings us to the end of this week's live stream. Dami ganap, so syempre ang dami natin pinag-usapan, but we're going to be regrouping again next week. We'll catch you for another set of episodes with our weekend reacts and our picks of the week. But before all of that, let's get to some plugs. Chino, what do you have going on?
Yeah, so the Class Clown podcast is still up. It's still running. Last week, I had a flip-top battle rapper as my guest. Might know him better as Apoc, the Death Architect. He is a current artist with Uprising as well. He also was part of the recently concluded roast battle ng Comedy Manila. So I talked to him about stepping on stage as a comedian and as a battle rapper and all that. It's available on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. Just search up the Class Clown podcast with Chino Liao. Also, I'm doing this new thing called Comedy Quiz Night. It is part quiz night, part comedy. The next one happens August 27 at Brickwall BGC. The topic, of course, is Filipino and Filipino pop culture. Dahil buwan ng wika. Yes, so I will try my best Tagalog impressions dyan sa show na yan. Tickets are available at the door, 400 pesos. And you can register online, bit.ly/comedy quiz night.
Let's say what's up to good friend of the podcast and Philippine wrestling supporter, Chili Willie, our old friend in the comments. Good evening, good sir. Thank you for joining us. Ro, ikaw may plugs ka ba? Sorry, you're cutting off.
True. I just want Chili Willie to come through at DexCon on August 22 to 24. And that's what I'm going to plug here today. May tickets pa, I believe, for DexCon weekend, Baka Gaijin and friends in Manila. The meet and greet for DexCon sa Attack Arena Shaw and DexCon Pexman at Prolpit Pulusan. All of those are available at dexcon.helixpay.ph. I believe they're not as, I think they are affordable this time around. May available tickets for that. So go watch. It's a long weekend, guys. Long weekend siya. It's a weekend. The weekend starts on Thursday, and then you can take the leave on Friday if you want, and then all the way until Monday, walang pasok. So let's go spend that with us watching live wrestling. And also, Puso Wrestling has been dropping Carrera in 3 parts. So part 2 had just aired yesterday on the stream ng Puso Wrestling. Go look for Puso Wrestling on YouTube and go watch that. Bump up our numbers. Go check that out, guys. Thank you.
Alright, no plugs for me right now, pero malapit ng Ghost Month. So, yun lang. Abangan nyo lang. Huwag kayong pipirma ng kontrata, huwag kayong bibili ng bahay, huwag kayong magpapakasal, huwag kayong gagawa ng event by 2 weeks from now. Kasi that's when Ghost Month begins. Lalabas yung mga hungry ghost. Alright? Gotta get out of here, so follow the show at Wrestling2X Pod on TikTok, Twitter, and Blue Sky, at Wrestling Podcast everywhere else. Thank you to Babyface producer Jasper and everyone over at the Pod Network for always putting us over. And thank you for catching another episode of the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. For Romoran, Chino Liao, and Emil Nate, I'm Stan C, reminding everyone to stay safe, stay dry, and don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast. Out. Later, Outcasts.